Hi, and welcome back to the Newness Space channel where you find everything pregnancy, parenting, children, and all of those good stuff. I am so excited to have you back here. Are you new to this channel? You're very much welcome. Karibu sana. I hope you find my content entertaining, educative, insightful, and all of those good words you can ever use. Please subscribe to this channel. If you've not yet done so, just click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post new videos, you will definitely alerted, and also you'll be fully part of this amazing family. You can also follow me on Instagram at IniNewness. And to all my returning subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for choosing to be part of this amazing family. I appreciate you. So in today's video, I am here to introduce to you my guest for today, a very lovely lady who will be sharing with us some tips that you need to know as you consider traveling with your toddler baby. She is a wife. She is also a mom to a toddler baby. Help me welcome Grace Washeke. Let's get to learn from this lovely lady. This video is gonna be really deep, guys. So if I were you, I would already like this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to share. So help me welcome my guest for today, Grace Washeke.
My name is Grace Washeke, and I'm happy to be here in the Newness Space. Thank you, Ini, for inviting me. I'm so excited. I follow you because this is a motherhood parenting channel, and so I learned quite a lot. And so today I'm humbled and privileged to be the one now giving you a talk. So I'm married to one, Mungara Kimasha, and we are so blessed to have one baby girl called Gabi. And so I pray that whatever I'll be able to share with us, it will help one mother outside there to prepare better, because I've been given a topic, traveling with your baby. Yes, I know you're wondering, in this season, yeah, it can happen and it's possible. Yes, so I'm able to travel with my baby around last month, and I went for 2 weeks. With my experience, and my baby was 1 year, I can be able to give you some tips of what to look out for and how to prepare accordingly. So number one, if you are traveling and going, you already know that you're about to travel. The first thing you always do is start planning early. It's never too early to start planning. Think through, where am I going? What will I use? Who will I come across? Where will I stay? And with your baby, so that it can help you when it will be that time. You'll have answered questions and you have prepared adequately. So it's never too early to start planning. Yes, you hear me, mothers? Some of us are last timers. It's good to start early. So number one, what do you do then when that day has come? You've planned, now it is time to go. What do you do? Number one, have your checklist. Make sure your checklist is always ready. Always ready. So have everything you need, from beddings. And here I always say, encourage you, for your baby, always carry the beddings for your baby. It doesn't matter what 5-star hotel you go to, the best is have beddings for your baby. Then pack clothes, diapers, oil, the necessities. And in this case, I want to tell you, my friends, that you never go wrong when you pack more than usual, especially for your baby, because you don't know what can come across. She may have a running stomach, or she can wet herself, Things can happen. Always, for your children, carry a double amount of what they normally use. That will really help. And again, when you're packing, make sure you pack things differently, separately, for your child and for you. Don't mix them up. It will help you when you need to retrieve something more easily and more effectively. So make sure you pack in doubles, because again, an example, maybe you're going by air, you go to an airport, then you're told there's a delay for your flight. What will you do? You will, if you didn't have extra something, maybe extra diapers, extra clothes, you'll be so stranded. So it's always good to prepare and just pack more than you would need. Then if you're going with a car, please don't forget your car seat. This helps your baby to be more comfortable on the road, and also for you, so that you won't be so tired carrying your baby. However, if you don't have a car seat, I recommend you sit at the back with your baby, never at the front, at the back with your baby seated on your lap and you've buckled up. Why? Because it's safer, and in case for anything, that's the best place you can be, and just for safety measures. Yes, but I encourage you, please buy a car seat. It's really good and very important. Yes. Then the other thing is, along the way, maybe your child or your baby gets actually your baby wets herself and needs to be changed. What do? This is what I recommend for you. Number one, first of all, try and see if you can practice to change your baby on your laps. And this you have to try before you go and travel, so that you minimize contaminations with other things. But in case you're not able to, you can have a stopover to a certain place, and you're able to maybe lay on a changing table. Sanitize it first because of the season we're in of COVID-19 pandemic. Sanitize the area first, then put a large piece of tissue, then your blanket, then your changing mat for your baby. With that, you'll help your baby keep safe, and you'll also be safe. And then now the other thing is that, remember, if you have a car, it's okay to just do the necessary at the back seat. That will suffice. That's okay. Again, I've said we're in a season that is interesting of COVID-19 pandemic. It's good when you're traveling, as you prepare, to look at the measures where you're going. Ask around and ask, what are the requirements to be in that place? What are they looking for? Do they need a certificate certifying that you are COVID free, so that you do the needful? You won't go there and you get frustrated along the way. Then get vaccinated for the maybe if it's yellow fever or anything. Get your vaccinations ready, so that your immune system is on the rise and it's strong enough, and also for your baby. Then keep social distance, friends. Social distance is everything. Even if you're using a public means, make sure you look at public means, or you're on an airplane. Go for the seats next to the window, and make sure that there's no person next to you. That will minimize contamination with many people on the car, on the road, or on air. Then the other thing is have a mask for yourself and for your baby. In case your baby is 2 years and up, yes, have a mask. If your baby is under 2, you don't need a mask for your baby. That means you need to be more precautious. Then lastly is sanitize. So carry a lot of sanitizers with you. Sanitize where you will sit the seat in case of a public means. Sanitize around the window, because babies always reach out to get something, then the next thing you find their hands are on the mouth. So just do your due diligence and do that. Even when you go to the hotel, whether the table you sit on and the seats, sanitize them for yourself. Even the bed you may use, sanitize around, and now put your beddings so that you'll be germ free if there's something like that, or you'll have minimized being contaminated with this virus that is going on. Then feeding. What do you give your child along the way? For me, I always find giving them baby cereals the best if it's along the way. Why? Because you only need boiled water for that, which you can easily do, and carry utensils for them. For me, that's what I did with my baby, and it was easy, and she enjoyed her meal. She didn't have any issue with her stomach or irritations. In case you want to have a stopover to the hotel, ask if you can prepare it for yourself. If not, caution the chef who might be cooking on how and guide them like how to do for your baby. That's important, so that your baby will be able to enjoy her meal in an easy way. Again, be cautious. It's not a time for you to experiment on the baby new foods. Just keep it simple to what she is used to or he is used to already. Don't introduce something new for now. Yeah. Then look for what is very familiar. Things like rice are the same everywhere. Maybe some spinach is the same. That will help the tummy of the baby not get too irritated. Yes. And then wherever you go, try to keep your eating schedules. And now also I'm going into the sleeping schedules. Keep those routines with them, so that even when they go back home, they will still keep those schedules or routines with them. Again, it will make your child or your baby less grumpy than usual, so that again they also enjoy. Once they take a nap, it renews their strength. So they wake up happy, more joyous, and with new energy. But if you say because you're on a holiday or you have traveled, there's no sleeping, my friend, you will be frustrated and the baby will just be irritated and cranky all through. So keep your routines. Again, for sleeping, I said carry your beddings, especially for your child. Lay them down. It will help them know that have a familiar smell, so that they're able to sleep through the night well without necessarily having you next to them. Then also have your bedtime routine, that is eating of your supper, bathing the baby if you bathe them, and especially like for that first day you arrive, please let your baby take a bath. They will be able to feel more relaxed. Massage them, read a Bible story or any storybook that you have, then put them to bed. Those things are very key. You don't leave them behind because you've traveled. You walk with them because it's part of their daily routine. Yes, so that's what I can advise for now, and it worked for me and it's still working for me. My child has adapted back home and she is happy and engaging, and I'm not afraid to travel yet again. So all the best for you, mom, out there who's trying to plan for a travel. May God bless you, and thank you, Ini. Bye bye.